Hey guys, it's Ashley, and in today's video, we are doing another abandoned paintings video. So these are the water lilies, and it was kind of difficult working on these because, of course, I started these a while ago, and I'm using acrylic paint, and I started these a while ago, and so trying to match the colors that I used before then is quite difficult um, as an artist or as just anyone trying to mimic the colors that you used. Because I started this painting a while ago before I went and started working on it a second time. Because I think I started this one in the summer. I'm almost certain that these two flower paintings were started in the summer. But these two paintings, I don't think I did a video for. I think these were my own personal paintings that I started in before I finished, or not before I finished, but before I started my channel. Or actually, I started my channel a while ago. It just took me a while to start posting because college and stuff. Okay, but anyway, so the photo that I'm using, I believe it's my own photo. I think it is because I have a best friend who sends me photos and that she takes. And I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones that I took because a couple years ago, my family and I went to Lubbock, I believe Lubbock, Texas. I think it was Lubbock. Gosh, I can't be certain. But there's this botanical garden of water lilies, and I was just so inspired. I didn't have my camera that I have now, so I only had my phone camera, and so some of the pictures are kind of blurry that I got, or out of focus, or even just a little grainy. Because I was using an old phone. I think it was the iPhone. Oh, it was the one I got for college. My brother got it for me. But anyways, it was an older phone, so obviously the quality of the photos weren't as good as they are now. Plus, I was zooming in a lot because it was the water lily, so they had like different um, there were different like not boxes of water, but you you kind of get my drift. I hope. Um, but anyways, I took a lot of photos from that, and I really love water and I love flowers, and so these just kind of made sense. Now, the board that I'm using to paint these on is it's Canson, it's brand Canson, and I think just they're like painting boards or something like that. I can't really remember what they're called, but they work really great for just quick paintings like this. And so now I'm working on the second one, and this one was really hard um, to get the colors right as well because I just used a bunch of different colors while working on it. So, and I believe I took this one too. But back to water lilies. I just I really so my favorite artist is Moe, and his water lilies are just absolutely stunning. I got to see one of them in real life down at the McNay Museum in San Antonio, Texas. And oh my gosh, it was one of the first paintings that you saw when you walked in. And I didn't want to continue with my friends. I was part of a Kappa Pi group with my college, and so that was the art club. And I was just so in awe. I didn't want to continue. I just wanted to stand there in front of the painting. But, you know, I just absolutely love, you know, Moe and his stuff, but that gets me on to Waterlilies, and I have this thing for water too. It's weird. I love everything. I love landscapes, I love flowers, I love water, I love lily pads. There's just something about it that I just really, really love. And so that's why I picked these when I first started working on them, was because of that. And also, I think I started these when I was still in wait, I said summer. Yeah, it was a summer thing that I started on, because some of my pieces, so it's so funny because some of the pieces that I start in the summer don't get finished, but the pieces that I work on during the fall time for classes or the springtime for classes, I finish. And I think it's just, you know, for classes, you have to, you know, get stuff done. And during the summer, you just get distracted by things, and you have to wait for stuff to dry, and then you do other stuff. So you're just working on multiple different things. So you just get distracted. But yeah, this is one of the photos that I took on that trip. And it looks like I kind of put some together to make it fit. Because I'm not using like an actual photo, you know, towards the size of the painting. So I'm using acrylic paint because acrylic paint dries quicker than oil. And I think that's one of the reasons why I started these two paintings with acrylic paint, is because I probably was just really focused on creating something, because that's usually what happens with these abandoned paintings, is that I start it feeling so inspired, and then either that inspiration runs out, or I have to go back to school, or something like that, and they just get abandoned. And there's nothing wrong with, as I said in my last video, there's nothing wrong with abandoned paintings. Like, it's an artist thing. It happens. But as I said in the last video, I've been wanting to get these done so that I can solely focus on the paintings that I have currently that I'm working on. Though right now I'm currently working on 2 paintings, or 3 paintings, you could say. But only one is really, well, they're all part of a series. But since I've been packing for my move, this was filmed back a while ago. So the footage is old, but the voiceover isn't. But anyways, all this stuff is packed now, so I can't really work on it. So I'm just working on what I have in front of me in my sketchbook and things like that. And so anyways, yeah, I'm working on this, and it's taken a while because I'm trying to get the colors right and accurate, and I want it to look not as realistic as possible, but as real as possible. And so I'm just doing many layers. That's one of the things with acrylic, is that you're gonna need many layers, as well as with any painting that you're working on. I believe is that layers count, and you just have to keep going, because you know, if you want it to get as accurate as possible, you obviously, you know, need to continue working on it, and working on your values and color matching and your highlights and things like that, because that really helps put it in perspective of the realism of the painting and where the light is coming from and things like that, because that really helps. But anyways, I'm just working on the lily pads. I haven't worked on them since this video, I don't think, but I think I will finish them, and I'll do a video sharing what I finished during this abandoned painting section. Buddy, what are you doing? That's my dog. So, yeah, I'm just working on the painting, and looks like I'm changing the perspective of this lily pad. So, as I said before, I'm using acrylic. And one of the tips I have with using acrylic paint is to get one of those. The one I'm using is from Target, and it's for your food. And it's a sealed, like kind of like box that you put leftovers in, I'm going to assume. And um, it has a seal around the box to help, close everything in. And I like to use the cover of that for my palette. And when I'm done with what I'm working on for the day and I still want to use the paint later, what I'll do is I'll spray the paint with water, and then I'll fill up that container with water, just about a quarter of an inch or so. And then I'll put the cover on and seal that up, and um, that'll keep your paints. A lot of people hate this word, but like moist. It'll keep the paints from drying out, and then you can continue using them the next day or the next day. And then also another tip is when you're working on your paints, use a spray bottle to spray them continuously after every 30 minutes or so, because that helps keep them fresh. Because of acrylic paint drying so quickly, the paint dries as well. So you just want to make sure that you're not wasting any paint. So that's a tip that I have. I also have another tip, is that if you're painting that you're painting, the painting that you're painting, let's say you have so many values in it and it's going to be a difficult one to paint. I'm going to suggest that you do a black and white version before, it's kind of like a Grizzle study, and that's black and white. And you do that, or you do it in black and white, and then you go over it in a glaze. And what you do is you mix your colors with a gel medium. Now there is some trickiness to that, because you've got to make sure the paints that you're using are not transparent, because then it will be harder to put a glaze over it. And I can do a video over this if y'all want, about Grizzle painting. That might be a fun painting to do, because I really love that style. And as you gradually use your gel medium, you add more and more paint, I think. Or it could be the other way around. You add more towards the end. No, I think you add more paint. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, we're getting close to the end here. I'm just working on, I think I didn't finish these paintings while working on this video segment. I probably had other paintings I was working on or something like that. My life was really busy back then. It still is. But, oh yeah, because I don't know if I was doing this last year. I must have, because of the Italy show, because I was working on stuff with the Italy shows. I might have been working on this during that time too. Anyways, I just want to quickly mention that I do have a shop with some of my prints in them, and they are digitally downloaded prints. And the link is down below. And I have some stuff on Etsy and on my Shopify. And if you want to check those out, that would be really cool. And I really hope y'all enjoyed this video and enjoyed watching me paint this painting as well as chat about whatever's been on my mind. Um, but yeah, I just thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. This has just always been a goal of mine to not to post videos, but to be able to be a full-time artist, and that helps with the views and the likes and the comments and things like that. And but yeah, I have another video coming out soon. I'm gonna talk about my art business and how it's going and my plans for the future. But so look out for that when that comes out. But anyways, I just want to thank y'all for watching, and I hope you have a great day or a great Monday per se. Bye y'all.